I think humans are capable of creating the good future. And I really would like us to collaborate on working that out, how we do this, rather than constantly looking at the bad humans that make, obviously, the headlines these days. Humans really only respond in two ways, or to two things, and that's pain or love, right? We do something when there's pain, and we do something when we fall in love with, people, things, ideas, right? And we need this motivating force. And I think the fact that things are going pretty badly right now in so many ways makes us blind sometimes to the things that are not going badly, but it's also a motivator. Like the whole COVID crisis was a giant motivator that said, pay attention, collaborate, think ahead, right? Plan for the worst, be prepared, right? All those are key messages. And so to take a more constructive view, I think it's a personal thing is, how do we maintain a positive outlook when we're witnessing all the negative stuff raining down on us? We need to get away from this individual consciousness and this idea of individual progress and individual things and, moving towards a global consciousness. And I think that is a 20-year time frame. This is already starting to percolate. Yeah, it's interesting to see when you talk to millennium people, Gen Y kids between, say, 20 and 35. Many of them don't think of themselves as being citizen of one country, for example, right? They already think like a world citizen, right? And that's part, of course, because of the internet and connectivity and so on. But I think it's dramatically changing. In this moment in time, in the next 10 years, we're either going to find a way there, or our consciousness will not be enough to actually solve the issue. And this is why that is the emergency action that we need to undertake right now that goes beyond all economic worries. And also, of course, creating a new economic logic that goes beyond this single focus on profit and growth. There are system solutions and then there's personal solutions. They're not really exclusive. They can happen at the same time. There are system reboots that we must make, for example, declaring fossil fuel activities a crime. Right? I mean, that would be the most logical solution, a system solution for saying, if you invest in fossil fuel, you invest in a criminal activity. That's really what it is. It sounds extreme, of course, but it's time for extreme measures. The role of government, and maybe not institutional governance, but government in general, is exploding in importance because every problem we're having is a larger problem. It's not like a problem of climate change in Switzerland. It's a global problem. It's an energy problem, security, safety, cybersecurity, and all these things. They're global issues. So we may be deglobalizing as far as supply chain goes, getting things from more local sources. That may be true. But in general, our biggest issues are global issues. And so really what it takes now is the realization that energy, water, food, security, disease, spacefaring and so on, those are all issues that we're forced to collaborate on. So I see the role of government increasing, and I also see a lot of people asking for different kinds of leaders in government. I'm convinced, and that's already quite true, we're going to see more women. We're going to see more young people. We're going to see entire changes in regimes. A lot of the populists and autocrats are waning because they haven't done a good job with anything. And democracy will come back as part of the rejuvenation of media and the sort of renaissance of humans, I believe. So there's big changes coming up.